Hey guys, Devon VP coming at you at supersonic speeds. Samalama dumalama, you assume I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through you? I'm superhuman, innovative. Hey guys, my name is MVP. I am a photographer and tech enthusiast. Today we're gonna be looking at Peak Design's new bag, the Everyday Sling. Before I get started, I want to thank Ian from Tech and Tools, which is a YouTube channel that reviews photography equipment and I guess tools in tech lifestyle products, let's call it that. Ian is actually the one who loaned me this bag for review, and we're actually going to be giving away this bag to one lucky subscriber. So if you're interested, be sure to keep watching because I'll be revealing how you can win this exact bag in this video. Okay, so let's get started with first impressions. This is the second bag from Peak Design that I've gotten my hands on. First was the Everyday Messenger bag that got Peak Design a lot of much deserved attention. I actually did a review on that bag last year. Check it out if you're interested. Out of all the new bags they've put out in their new lineup, this is certainly most like the Everyday Messenger. Some might call it the mini version. I'd personally call it the basic version. Of course, the first thing that I noticed about this bag was its style. Peak Design's attention to style. They got rid of the tan look that they had with their first bag, the Everyday Messenger, and replaced it with their ash style, which is a combination of like a smoke gray and touches of blue. They actually did a really good job at this. My first impressions when I saw their website, I wasn't too fond of it, but then I saw more of it, and then I got the bag, and yes, it looks amazing. What I most like about this for sure is got to be the leather touches, and they had this whole leather strap right here, and all these little leather touches and little things right there just really give it a nice, like very premium feel, which I like. I like walking around feeling and looking expensive. That's usually always my goal with every outfit every day, which is why I am wearing a baseball tee. Immediately after the style though, I couldn't help but to be overall impressed with the quality. The water resistant materials, the build, the structure, I just cannot find a flaw in it. I know this sounds pretty out of character for me to say, but I am genuinely convinced in the pride that Peak Design has in the quality of their bags. But let's talk about functionality. When you're opening the bag, you are, there it is. You are first greeted by a surprisingly spacious main compartment here. And of course, their new dividers. If you've watched my previous review, you'll know that I was not the biggest fan of the dividers, which a lot of people were. And because of that, that is the most hate I got for that video. People who didn't like my criticism on dividers. Well, guess what? They changed the dividers. Maybe they weren't perfect after all. Maybe they could have been improved on. Maybe there was something that I was saying that was right, that they agreed with. They actually improved dividers by adding a little bit more flexibility and a dual layer to the top of it that allowed it to create a second smaller compartment without sacrificing the overall height, the maximum height of the divider. But they only provided two. Just two. Why is that a problem, you might ask? Well, this bag actually might be too big for mirrorless users. Having only two dividers doesn't allow the user to make very many small compartments that would be used to tightly store smaller cameras and lenses to keep them from knocking around. Ian from Tech and Tools actually expressed this issue he had. He thought it was too big for his smaller cameras. I genuinely think that his problem would have been solved if he had just a third divider. I think that would have solved the problem. I don't understand why Peak Design decided against adding the versatility by just including an extra divider. I really think that would have been, for the consumer, oh, this is great. They thought about what our needs may or may not be and just included a third divider that we don't necessarily need to put in the bag. Also inside you have a laptop sleeve. Laptop sleeve. Let's just call it a tablet sleeve actually. The only laptop that can fit in here is a 13-inch MacBook. I'm not complaining, it's a small bag, so I really wouldn't even expect it to fit any laptop, but we all know that very few of us actually have a 13-inch MacBook and bring it along with us with our camera gear. But despite it being, advertised to a niche market, it's actually really nice. Like, I can get in there really easy. It really opens up very well. Good material on the inside, looks nice, and I trust to protect my equipment and any sort of tablet that I can fit in there. On the underside of the opening, you have a zipper pouch containing 4 small sleeves, 2 with black thread and 2 with red thread. This is just a small useful feature to help you organize your used and unused cards or batteries. You also have a lot of available space in the zipper pouch itself. Okay, loading the thing up, I was actually able to fit my Canon 85mm 1.8, 50mm 1.4, Canon 6D full frame camera with a 24-70 2.8 attached, and even with all that, my 70-200 was still able to fit. This is much more than I expected with such a small bag.
I got 2 lenses with a 6D and 24-70 attached on it. So a fairly, normal load. Sits down quite well. Right there.
On the outside, you are greeted with the expected straps right here on each side, made specifically to work well with the capture camera clip right there. And then on the front, you do have a zipper pouch containing 2 padded sleeves. And that's about it. I mean, it does have the 2 sleeves, and the pouch does expand relatively well, but I think that feature was weakened by the tight opening here. I noticed that even when expanded and really spacious, it's really difficult to get my hands in there when I have the bag worn. It's hard to tell what I'm grabbing to see what's inside, and it was really difficult to even pull out the smallest things. Beyond that, there's really nothing much to the exterior. I mean, there's no side pouches, there's no sleeve on the back, and again, like this pouch, it only has 2 padded sleeves, and that's it. Nothing else for organization. Hey, no, you better turn back on your scenery. We need you. And that's why I prefer to call it the basic version over the mini version of the Everyday Messenger. But in all honesty, it's not necessarily a bad thing, since the thing does start at $70 cheaper than the Everyday Messenger, and the Sling is a sling, it's not a messenger. And its small form factor actually does give it an edge in some areas, some very important areas. I found this bag to be surprisingly comfortable. Granted, the strap is small and doesn't have too much padding, but its ability to be worn tightly by its super adjustable design makes it a pleasant carry. It can fit snug and loose on virtually any body size. Having a snug fit around your body allows the weight of the bag to rest more evenly around your chest and shoulders. It was actually my favorite feature of the bag, especially as I rode my bike. With a medium-sized load, 1 DSLR, 2 lenses, and a stack of flyers, I rode around my town and forgot I was even wearing it at times.
So one thing to note about this bag that's different from the other Peak Design bags that you're familiar with, well, the Everyday Messenger, this mechanism is really just for quick adjusting right there, but it doesn't lock it in place. It's really just to hold on to. It's just a hook for leverage to grab on. Remember right here? But if you look at it real quickly right now, it's down, pull it up, it moves just as well. So there is no actual locking mechanism to keep the strap in its position, but because the bag is so small, it's not really an issue. Doesn't mean it's going to start loosening up from use. I haven't experienced that myself, at least.
Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this bag. It doesn't have as many features as Peak Design's other bags, but it packs a lot more than you expect for the bag. It's very comfortable if worn right, and it is by far the best bag I've used when riding my bike. The best bag I've used when riding my bike. Peak Design, you need to put that in quotations with Devon VP underneath and put it on your website. Something overwhelmingly positive by me. That's what your customers want to hear, and you know why. Now it's time for you to learn how to win this exact bag with all the smells that I put on it. Ian from Tech and Tools actually did his own review on this bag, and he actually has some differing views than I do, so I recommend you take a look at that, especially if you want to win this bag, because what you're going to have to do to win this bag is like this video, comment on this video, anything really. You can tell me again how you think what do you think of my hair. You can tell me what you thought about this video, about this bag, what you thought about that new Half-Life 3 trailer that came out recently. And then you're gonna have to subscribe to my channel. Afterwards, you have to do the same exact thing with Ian's video, like, comment, subscribe, and lastly, you have to follow both of our Instagrams because that is how we are going to actually announce the winner. So if you want to know who the winner is, you have to follow both me, Devon VP, and his Tech and Tools Instagram, which is both of them are going to be linked down below. And we will figure out who the winner will be and we'll send it to them. It does have to be in the 48, continental states of the United States. So sorry, Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico. I think that's a territory of the U.S. now or something. We're just snatching them up. I think was it Puerto Rico? I think it was Puerto Rico, something like that. If you're in the 48 states, you can get this bag. And if not, I'm sorry. It's just shipping is a pain in the ass for those locations. So sorry. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Drop that like if you did, even if you're not trying to get the bag. I really appreciate it. Comments too. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this bag. I'll be happy to answer as soon as I can. Alright, guys. And as a special gift, specifically for me, I am actually going to sign it for you. Perfect.
Fucking cyclists.
Do you like songs? What's your favorite kind of song? Do you like pizza? What's up? What's your name? Do you like techno? I like techno. Do you like pizza?